So it's now 20 past 9 at night and we finally got back home. And it was a 5 o'clock wake up this morning to get going, to be able to go. But we've had a day out at LAMMA and had a chance to meet up with fellow YouTubers and chat to various different sales reps. Unfortunately, some of them are getting to know me, which is worrying. But yeah, time to have a look at my swag. If that's, yeah, I've always had this bit of a thing of when you go to a show, it's nice to pick up a pen. So, and we've been laughing and joking in the car on the way home. If I could sell every single pen, it would go to my T6 180 Dynamic Command pot. I've had to put up with my broken mug since before Christmas. Look, broken mug. So I wanted to see if I could pick up a mug as well. So let's have a look at what swag we got. We've got a mug, Ree Valley Tractors mug. We've got a granulated lime mug. We've got a Vapormatic mug. So I think that's what I've done on the mug collection, I think. I'll throw the mugs in there, apart from me. So, Donaldson, we managed to catch a bucket. So I've spent the day carrying a bucket around, and in the bucket there's some socks. So we did all right there, a couple of pairs of socks. We've got, do I start trying to look at what pens we've got. So I'll just get all the pens out, because I've got one or two, and then we'll count them into a box afterwards.
Have any made their way into the bags as well?
I don't know, actually. Oh yes. I think in there on pens. I don't know about this.
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
I'm finding more pens in the bottom of the bag. I think we're about there. I think. So let's have a count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33 pens, a pencil and a marker. I think that's
Will it keep you going till
pretty
next year?
impressive swag of pens to keep me going till next year. Some of them, I was picking these up, some of these feel heavy actually. Some of them have got a little bit of quality to them. Some of them are a bit more dubious, but yeah.
Are you happy with the pen haul?
I'm chuffed to bits with my pen haul. The Manitou pen is a nice quality pen. It feels
Like you need a Manitou to carry it?
yeah, I just need a Manitou to carry it now. Actually, I sat inside a little Manitou, 1.25 ton lift capacity. I quite enjoyed it. It would be on my little wish list if I ever got to that position. They do a 1.5 ton, which is virtually identical, which would be a little bit better, but without going as a huge machine. Yeah, I'd spec it with wider tyres. The tyres that were on the one there were a bit narrow, but yeah, it was, and it sat in it and it felt nice. Might end up wanting to modify the door because there was no arm room, but yeah, it was all right. So anyway, next on the swag. What's next on the swag? I've got a t-shirt. It's no farmers, no food. Yeah. And it's Hewitt's Salvage Auctions. It's quite a nice t-shirt, to be fair. It's a Fruit of the Loom. Not quite my colour.
What size is that one?
This might be Lisa's size actually. Fruit of the Loom again, large. You've got large.
Oh,
you can grow into it.
Yes.
You're allowed a few more butties. Another pen, 34 Morris lubricants. Yeah. Didn't really do very well on cloth bags or general bags, but I didn't really put a lot of effort into trying to collect bags. So a little Hewitt's bag, it's a nice little bag that's going to be useful for carrying butties.
Speaking of Morris lubricants, we asked a question, didn't we?
Yes, I showed them our little short video of why has the spout got this funny hole in it, and he gave us a business card and says please email me and I shall endeavour to find the answer for you. So that's a job for tomorrow night, not for tonight, because the bloke in question is at the show for today and tomorrow. But hopefully, maybe as soon as the end of the week, we'll have a proper answer as to why there's a funny little hole in the spout on a 5-gallon drum of Morris's oil. So, oh, what else we got? Goodies. We got a notepad, another notepad. Things to do, list notepad. That's a bit worrying because there's always things to do. Little toy van. A can of WD degreaser. NFU Mutual keyring torch. Keyring pound holder for your shopping trolley. Another little Flails Direct keyring. We were chatting a lot to somebody about flails, about different options. The yellow wellies. Anybody who knows about the yellow wellies, it's worthwhile cause. I think I've got a couple of pairs of them.
What is the yellow wellies?
You never heard of it?
No. You know what I thought it was for originally? I thought the bottom was going to be weighted and you put your pens in them.
No,
it's pens on the desk.
It's you need to do a little bit of googling. Yeah. But it's to do with trying to think how to explain it. I'll have to Google it. I'll have to Google it and then explain it at a later date. We've got a bit of diesel additives. One's a conditioner and one's a diesel additive. Where's your... I'm sure we had a few Oh, more key rings. What was that? Key rings. I'm sure that's another key ring. No? No? Maybe not. Brochures. Try not to pick up too many brochures if I can help it. Because it ends up being very heavy to carry around. Ooh, another pen. Sealy pen. What's that? 35. Hey, interesting little front linkages. I think I've looked at them before. It's just a toy. Very nice little beanie. And another nice little beanie. I suppose as a proportion of what it costs these companies to have a stand, the expense on this little stuff isn't much, but all the same. Right, I think that's it. Mainly freebies. JCB, we're giving away huge bags, and we've got several of them. Ideal for carrying junk around the show, but I'm not sure what we'll use them for afterwards.
Bait bag?
Huh?
A bait bag?
A bait? Well, I don't need that big of a bait bag. I don't.
No?
No, I don't think I need that big. A little gadget to hold your phone. We can have some powder coating, RAL codes for all different powder coating things, which is quite interesting to have. We can go up to our different machines and say, right, that is as close as we can get in a RAL code to what we want. Actually, can you see anything that looks very John Deere green in there? Would you say pure green? No, it isn't quite, is it? But we're having a little swatch that you can put up against your vehicle and say, that's the one I want. It's quite nice to have. So we're had a nice chat with some powder coating people that got plenty to say. They were trying to show how their particular powder coating system did better coverage on the
Square
edges and corners of
anything that's been
cut
laser
products.
cut is laser cut, wasn't it? Because laser cuts give you a square edge, which causes the powder cutting to peel off. But HMG gave us a colour swatch, and these swatches, depending which ones you get, are quite expensive. So thank you to them. Air fresheners.
Sure, I picked up more than a couple of air fresheners. There's two there. Come into. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple more. And there's another one and UTV one. Yeah, so we've got some air fresheners to.
How did you get a UTV one?
Because Ben was leaning up against them.
You normally have to buy them.
Don't.
You do.
You don't.
They're in the shop.
Yeah, but it's. Oh, that's the business card. That's the Ryan Woolley.
He's our Morris man.
He's our Morris's Oils man that we need to. He's the technical support engineer. So hopefully he shall lead us to success on our quest. One of the people we spoke to has given us a USB stick with the contents of their catalogue on it. So rather than having to carry a great big folder around, we've got a nice little USB stick. So it'll be interesting to see what they're. I think they were concrete products, wasn't it?
Oh, possibly all your slurry channels and
Yeah.
dry wall panels and that, weren't they?
So yeah, not too many business cards. I am deliberately picking them up just for the sake of it. It's just if there was something there that I thought was of interest, I've picked up a few. But we had some very interesting chat to Jay Wearing and Sons, yeah, who actually built the farm building for Tom Pemberton, and he showed us on the actual, well, not CAD, what was the name of the software? Trimble software. That he showed us.
It is CAD, isn't it?
It's CAD software,
but it's a different manufacturer
dedicated, yeah.
software.
But he showed us the way that they joined steels at strange angles on the missing corner of the shed at Tom Pemberton's. And considering I want to make a hipped roof, the design principle is almost identical. So it's very excellent advice and very helpful chap. So,
but it was nice because he zoomed into the actual area,
yeah,
and he focused on it. Then, like, we hid all the stuff that we didn't need to see, and then it just made it clearer for us, so we can envisage how we're gonna utilise the same methods and techniques they've used to simplify our design. Really.
Yeah, but willing to spend the time explaining what they've done and how they've done it, knowing that my particular job might not generate more income for them today. Hopefully, you know, it's letting people know that there are people around there that can be truly helpful, will help them out in the future.
And that hydraulic person?
Yeah, there's a bloke called, I can't remember his name. I don't know, was it Adrian Taylor?
Adrian was one of them, wasn't it? Yeah, could have been Adrian.
Yeah.
Was that Interpump, was it?
It was a company called Interpump. Gave us suggestions on how we could improve the hydraulics on our dumper loader, because we have an issue with that when you're operating the loader, the steering is compromised, and he explained to us how we could buy a pressure compensating flow regulating valve, and he spent the time explaining to us how that valve works, that it keeps pressure to each port regardless of whether or not an alternative port is losing flow back to tank. So if
it's taking oil in and then it's splitting it left and right, for instance, but it's making it so that each left and right, regardless of whether it's dumping back to tank, all the oil doesn't choose a path of least resistance and all the oil dumps to tank, so it will still maintain, say, 10 bar in this side, even though there's no restriction in this side, but both of them have got 10 bar feeding out equally, but each of them can do what they want with that oil that they're allowed to have, basically. And for me, what was really nice was, it's a machine that's, what, 1970s, 80s?
Or it could even be earlier, couldn't it?
Could be earlier, and, you know, we said we've got this, was it called Wiglet Dumper?
Wingit Dumper.
Wingit Dumper. And he's like, oh yes, I know exactly what you mean, it will have this type of pump on it.
We said, those things usually had a Group 1 pump on it.
Yeah, not sure what valve it's got on it already, but we explained what the valve was to us and what was happening in our situation, what we thought we needed to correct the problem. And he said, yes, that would sort that problem, but you're going to come into these problems by doing that. Why don't you install maybe something like this, and then that will take one lot of inlet oil and then it will split it proportionally how you want it, depending on what you want as a priority. So you can have, for instance, 20 litres coming in at 20 bar, and you could have 4 litres going to, say, your steering, 16 litres going to your loader to get the speed on the loader, and it will give equal pressure to both at that flow rate.
Even if one of them was going straight to tank, you say your loader was in free flow mode, it would still keep the pressure that you'd preset, because it was an adjustable valve, to the other service. So it looks quite possible as a way to go.
But considering last year we was asking a different company questions about a different thing altogether, and as soon as we said it's on a old machine and it's like going to be a one-off that we need something to try and make work with it, they really weren't interested. If it's not a new machine and we can't just sell you an off-the-shelf, bang, that fits it, they just weren't interested. But it's so nice this year to meet people that like something different, like that not run of the mill, and are willing to give you their time and their knowledge and experience, isn't it?
So I think we've got to the bottom of our little swag of goodies. Yeah, it's quite a nice little bucket, to be fair.
Yeah, because that's so nice, you could use that for washing the car.
Yeah, I don't know. So we have bought a couple of little things.
We didn't just go with the idea of getting freebies, did we?
Not totally. It was nice if it were totally, but this is we I can't remember the name of the staff. Oh, actually, I've got an invoice email. He sent me an email straight away.
Did he?
Yeah.
Very efficient.
So I've got.
You can lose that in your emails.
I can print it off now that I'm home. Yeah, and I've got a proper VAT receipt and proper. But this is 30 quid, so it's not. I like things that aren't too dear, because I struggle with dear.
But it is going to save us in the long run, isn't it?
It's not saving me anything, is it? It's saving you.
Depends who's buying your image screen, potentially.
I'm having to carry around the show all day a huge box for a couple of little bits of steel.
Now, if anybody knows what these are for, let us know in the comments, just as a bit of a, let's have a look.
You're going to have to peel the plastic off yourself.
I will. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, well, or that way, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, so great big box.
But they're well packaged, aren't they?
Just to carry those 2 little bits of stainless. See, if I don't throw the box away at the start of the day, look how much that would have saved.
Yeah. And second purchase of the day. Milwaukee torch. Now I know you can get the torches with the magnetic bases and magnetic backs, which are fabulous for things that are steel, but sometimes you just basically want something you can lay on somewhere and it shines down where you want it. Because a lot of stuff now is not metal, is it? It's aluminium, plastic and anything in between, really. So to have something you can just lay on there and it doesn't fall off is quite good, I think.
Hope so.
Hope so. Got paperwork too?
I didn't pay for that one. I'm glad I didn't pay for that one. That was more expensive than that. I paid for them.
The wrong colour. Got the paperwork?
Yeah, I will. I need the paperwork. Paperwork is good.
Yeah. So we're going to call LAMMA 2025 a success?
I think it's always good to. Oh, what's the name when you chat?
Network.
Yeah, always good to network. Yeah, and as networking goes, it was a good day.
It's been very successful, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was cheap enough for it, wasn't it?
Mm. The taffy guy was really interesting to speak to, though.
Yeah, the taffy gentleman virtually made strong noises of offering Lisa a job. Yeah, and it was something that you could potentially be interested in.
Absolutely.
So that was
back to what I used to do, really. So yeah, I'm going to call LAMMA 2025 a success. we have some nice free items, which we're very grateful for. Some nice purchased items.
You won't cut your hand when you're washing my mug of coffee.
No.
Because now
You've got a nice photo to celebrate the occasion.
yeah, I'm still working on somebody locally, trying to get a mug out of them. I'm still working on it, but I've got a mug to go on with.
It's a nice cup, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy?
Happy. Let's go and I'll put a hat on and go feed some moo-moos.
Go feed some moo-moos.
Don't want that one.
Do you want that one or do you want your birdie style?
Oh, I did get a bird spine hat. I did.
You need to do the whole.
Okay. I did get a bird spine hat.
You look like a criminal. And on that note,
Don't tell me I look like a criminal, because it was Verdestein. Verdestein is good.
you're looking like him at Home Alone. If Lee was here, you'd be the duo.
It's nice
They're
enough
quality
little hat.
hats. They are quality, aren't they?
You know, realistically, they'd be more than a £5 each.
Well, you look at any.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 quid's worth of hats.
They're nice
No,
hats.
yeah.
They're nice hats.
And apparently I had to have a darker coloured one so that when I got it dirty it didn't stand out too much. I wasn't allowed a lighter coloured one. Right. Somebody wants to go feed calves with us, but it's too dirty this time of night. Belly, you going to stay here, guard the house?